Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Unboxed. And our question for today is, how do I manage multiple personalities on my team? We're going to look at part two of the answer and unbox it together.
I'm Dr. Robert Davis, family life educator and relationship coach, and welcome to Unboxed, a frank and straightforward conversation about relationships. We're going to talk about family, church, workplace, and all other types of relationships. Join me for the next few moments as we unbox the power and potential of relationships and help you to live your best life.
Hello again, everyone. I'm Dr. Robert Davis, and I want to welcome you to Unbox, where we seek to unbox the power and the potential of all relationships. I want to ask you to do something before we get started. Would you please like, subscribe, and share? If you're following us on YouTube, please make sure that you click the alert button, because we have a lot of wonderful things that are going on with Unboxing. We want to keep you informed. So let's just jump right into this. We're picking up from part two. From the question that we were dealing with last night. It's a really important question, especially for leaders. Monday nights are our manic Monday because it's our first day back to work, and we talk about the workplace relationships. And so we're going to kind of continue that into tonight. And the question is, how do I manage multiple personalities on my team? And I think every leader has asked that question at least once or twice. How do I manage multiple personalities? Last thing, if you want to support or contribute to Unboxed, look at our description below, and there's several links to how you can support. And if you have a question that you would like for us to answer here on Unboxed, please email it at our email address or direct message us on Facebook, or go to our website and we have a link that you can submit your question through. But anyway it is, let us know what is on your mind, and we'd love to answer your relationship questions right here. By relationships, we mean workplace, church family, extended family, you name it, any type of relationship that you're in, your neighbors, whatever it is. We want to help you to live your best life and to unbox the potential of all relationships. All right, let's go jump into this one. How do I manage multiple personalities on the same team? And what we talked about last night was a very important concept that every leader needs to internalize, and that is, you don't manage people, you manage yourself. One of the great dangers of the modern way of leadership training is that we're taught to manage people. You don't manage people, you manage yourself. That is very important. And we talked about that thoughtful I position, which is really a thinking position where you become very clear about what I believe. This is what I think. This is what I am responsible for. This is what I will do. This is what I will not do. And so we looked at the question last night, which is, have you developed a clear set of beliefs about how you will function at the workplace? Have you developed a clear set of beliefs on how you will function at the workplace? And I know that for many of us, there is this fear that if I focus too much about myself and about how I'm functioning and about what I need and how I present, if I spend too much time focusing on self, then that's going to lead me to becoming more selfish. I want to share a quick quote with you. It's one that we shared last night, and then we're going to get into the second part that we're going to talk about this evening. And here's the first quote, as my man helps me out here. The first quote is, Bobby, the first quote is, as he's putting it on the screen right now, we assume that a focus on self will lead to self-absorption, arrogance, egotism, and indifference toward others. Bowen contended the opposite. A focus on self will automatically place a focus on others. To value self, to believe in one's abilities, and to be responsible for one's own functioning carries over in response to others. And then it goes on to say, as we go to the next slide, please. It sounds counterintuitive, saying that a person working toward responsibility in self is always aware of one's responsibility to other people. Giving energy to being responsible, one becomes more responsive. Giving energy to being responsible, one becomes more responsive to others. And at the same time, less irresponsibly over-involved with others. And that's what a lot of the leadership techniques are. It's you getting overly involved in trying to manage and to govern them. Put that back up on the screen for me, please. become irresponsibly overly involved with others. Focusing on one's own functioning naturally leads to permitting others as much latitude as possible to developing their own selves. Excuse me for the coughing. But the focus on how I'm showing up. So how do I manage a team? You manage a team by being sure that you yourself are clear, that you yourself are calm. One writer puts it as appearing, the matter of fact, Peter Stanky says it as appearing as a calm, non-anxious presence. If you are more concerned about what your job is, what you're responsible for, how you present, what you believe, not getting overly involved with what everyone else, we call it micromanaging, but not getting overly involved in what everyone else is supposed to do and taking on everyone else's responsibility, but really just taking care of the responsibility of showing up and being the best you possible, man, you'll have a breakthrough. Today at our Executive Directors Peer Support Group, our Executive Directors Peer Support Group, and if you want more information about that, please make sure that you visit our website. But we have an Executive Directors Peer Support Group, and we talk today about how important it is for executives and executive directors of nonprofit and community organizations to focus on their needs, their wants, and making sure that they are arriving and always being the best that they can be, the best them that they can be. And so we talked about getting into this I position. And it's not the me, myself, and I, selfishness, arrogance. The I position is I believe, I think, I am responsible for, I will do, I will not do. That's more of the I position when you're clear, when you have that clarity in your mind about the principles that guide you in your leadership. So example, and I'm going to work through this one to show you how it plays out. Example, I believe the best work environment is a strong, competent team. I believe that the best work environment is a strong, competent team. Now, that's what I'm saying is mine. But what is your belief? What is your belief about the workplace? Have you ever actually sat down and said, this is my thoughts and my beliefs about the workplace and about productivity and about leadership within the workplace? So I believe that the best environment, workplace environment, is a strong, competent, productive team. And so that's what I believe. And here's what I'm responsible for. As the executive director, as the leader, I am responsible for creating an environment for the team to be productive. Did you notice how narrow that was, but how specific it was? I am responsible for creating an environment for the team to be productive. I am not responsible for making sure that their reports are done. I am not responsible for doing another person's job or doing this person's job. What I'm responsible for is creating an environment for the team to be productive. So that is what I believe. This is what I think. I talked about what I'm responsible for. And so this is what I will do. I will hire, I will train, and I will place team members where they can be most productive. And this is simple. And I want you to understand, you share this with people, not during times of difficulty, but during times of peace. You say, hey, listen, this is what I believe. This is what I'm responsible for. And this is what I'm going to do. Because sometimes the question then is, how do you remove people from your team that are not a good fit? Well, you just said from the beginning, I am responsible for creating an environment for the team to be productive. And in order for that to happen, I will hire, train, and place team members where they're most productive. So if I have someone who I have hired, you got to check. Have you trained them? Have you worked with them and trained them how to do their job? Check. They just, for whatever reason, are not a fit right here. Then I want to place them where they can be most productive. And that is not with our job. That is not with our company. So it's not to say that I'm taking the responsibility upon myself, or I don't feel overly anxious and concerned because I have to let someone go. In actuality, what I'm doing is I am following through with what I believe, that the best workplace is where is this strong, competent, productive team. I am responsible for creating the environment for the team to be productive, and I will train, Place team members where they can be most productive. So that's, I'm now moving you to where you can be most productive, because here is not a place for you to be productive. We've tried the training, we've tried the other things, it didn't work. So now we need to move you somewhere else. And this is where I show up at. This is where I get clear about my thoughts. A lot of times the anger, the frustration is we're not 100% clear within ourselves. And so it ends up spewing out and pouring out into others, but becoming clear within ourselves. So as you are bombarded with multiple personalities, and every team has that, you have the go-getter, you have the laid-back person, you have the quote-unquote lazy person, you have the person who gossips, you have the person who's, complaining or always sick or whatever it may be. You have all these different personality types and different manifestations of personalities that you're going to have within your workplace. And in your leadership relationships. And you're going to have individuals that have various team positions. And what you have to do is you have to think through, what is your role or responsibility at the workplace? And how do I show up as the best me possible? How do I show up as the best me possible? Again, entering into that I position, I believe, I think, I am responsible for, I will do, I will not do. And as you become clear and calm and confident in who you are and what your responsibilities are, and you put that energy into developing your best self, it will end up spreading throughout the team. Let me just end by saying this right here. You can learn a lot of leadership strategies on how to convince people and how to get people to cheerlead or to follow you or whatever it may be. You can learn all these techniques, strategies, and tactics. But the reality is people pick up on the fact that they're being manipulated. And no one, likes to be manipulated. The best leaders are the ones who demonstrate emotional maturity, that demonstrate responsibility, that demonstrate stick-to-itiveness, that demonstrate these qualities. People love to follow more than they like being pushed and told what to do and manipulated to be more productive. You show up as the best you will end up creating naturally the best team. That's just the way that it works. I'm so glad that you decided to join us today. Thank you very much for watching. Again, like, subscribe, and share, or go into the description section and see ways that you can support and contribute to Unbox. Until we meet back here tomorrow, which is actually going to be our virtual book club. We will have our virtual book club tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you there. Until then, have a great evening.
Seasoned with Grace Unboxed also provides healthy relationship training and leadership development for businesses, churches, and community organizations. For a free consultation to discuss your team's needs, please contact us at our website at swg-unboxed.org. That's swg-unboxed.org.